The sky is blue, the sun is high. Sitting here on my own, I think of you, you're on my mind, you know. To me that's alright. Green grass on my neighbor's lawn. Maybe I should take a stroll. And to me that's alright. To me that's alright. I spend my days just dreaming about you. Well, now that's just what I will do. I'm telling you, the sky is blue, the sun is high. I'm sitting here on my own. I think of you, you're on my mind, you know. To me that's alright. Green grass on my neighbor's lawn. Maybe I should take a stroll. And to me that's alright. You know, to me that's alright. You know, to me that's alright. You got me dancing in your storm, burning everything we know, dressing up as firefighters. You got me dancing in your storm, looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. You got me feeling uncomplicated. Whatever happens is meant for us. Rushing into all the situations. Whatever happened, we came there first. Go a little wild, it's your personal expression. Far over the line, tell me we ain't something special. Wrap me around your solar system, make me do whatever that you want me to do. You got me dancing in your storm, burning everything we know, dressing up as firefighters.
Hello. Happy Friday. Woohoo. Not that I'm extremely happy because it's Friday. It makes no difference. I work for myself and I work from home. In fact, it says this is Be Your Own Boss. This is actually from my YouTube coach. Yes, everybody. I have a coach for everything. Okay. Thank you for being here and spending this morning with me, everyone. Today, as you guys see the topic, I have branding topics I wanted to share with you. Before we do so, let's quickly introduce myself. My name is Holly Lee. I am a certified career coach. I'm simply spending today as my pay YouTube community member to help you land a job with companies, Amazon, which is great, but also what other companies are out there that could be a great fit for you. That way, you guys, you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. I'm extremely happy because I literally see that everyone who is here, minus maybe 2 people, you're all in my community. Maybe I should merge the community eventually. Hello, VIP member, monthly member, quarterly member. Hello, star interviewer, Accelerator. I see you. I see you guys. Thank you so much for spending your time with me on Tuesday as well as Friday. I am very touched that you all supported me throughout basically everything that I've done. Again, I will not be here without you, but with further ado, I am going to share my screen if you're interested. But if you are already working with me, I've already reviewed your LinkedIn profile. Let's just be honest, okay? But if you have questions regarding to branding, for example, if you guys can bear with me for 10 minutes where I preach about why the topic of LinkedIn is being so underutilized, underestimated, basically underloved. There's no love for LinkedIn. Guys, LinkedIn to me is more powerful than your resume. Okay? Recruiter, other coaches who's watching right now, don't freak out. Let me explain. I was a recruiter for 9 years for agency prior to even corporate. My first job was at Microsoft. And even so, every time when a hiring manager looked at a resume, or if you're talking about back in the day when there's no technology, sure, paper resume, right? But everybody wants your LinkedIn profile. That's why it is so important. Now, the market is picking up. And I know that if you follow me on my Tuesday stream, the volume has dropped from about 10 people average weekly who land a job offer to about 5. But don't forget, professionals, they're also messaging me because they can't make it. This week alone, it's Friday, right? It is Friday. There are 9 people who reach out to me, and I've asked half of those to see if they can come in today, this Friday, to help you guys be motivated. That's why you see them in here. Okay. So, with that said, if you are, let's say the first thing, either you're interviewing at Amazon, which is all of the folks in my community are, literally all of you guys are. Let's just say that you're interviewing at Amazon and you prep the best that you can, which is excellent, right? But here's my advice to you guys. Don't just focus on one dream company. I talked about passion and doing what you love, and they're not even the same language, because you may think that a brand is amazing to you. I'm not saying that Amazon isn't, okay? The intent here is things will look very good from the outside layer, but once you're in the job, it may change. You could either move within the organization or completely to a different company. Why am I telling you this? Because my goal is to get you interviewing with 3, 4, 5, 10 different companies and not just one. Okay? That's why I'm doing it. The power of LinkedIn actually helps a recruiter to find you. Okay. If you guys are interested, I'm happy to walk you through my LinkedIn profile as a guinea pig for you. I'm happy to do so if you're shy and don't want to drop your link here. When I looked at your LinkedIn profile as a recruiter and as a hiring manager and as coming from all these different big tech companies and even the small ones, I should be able to see things on there that you have built, that you have done, companies that you have worked for. It doesn't matter if it's not brand name, guys. That's why I'm trying to coach you and teach you in saving my time on the recruiting side, where I'm not gonna waste my time to message you to explain to me what you've done. I'll move on. Okay. My personal attention span, 5 second, no more than 5 second, especially with a lot of you guys who actually get to me weekly for our market review office hour. You know that even within 30-second max, I will stop you because I don't want you to waste your time. I would rather spend the extra minute to coach you to do reverse mock interviews so that you can get better. Okay. So this is the exact reason why I want to talk about your branding. Your branding should be the number one thing that the hiring managers, the recruiters, any employers should look for you. When you see a company that you're not familiar with, don't not get back to them, because my dear friend here, recruiters are your friends, okay? Recruiters are your friends. When you're networking, you need to build your network of portfolio. For example, if you are a marketing manager, for example, okay, you better have at least 500 connections on your LinkedIn. If not, I don't know, either that or you would have phenomenal experiences on your credential for me to reach out to you, because your job is to build relationship with internal and external stakeholders with companies such as like Facebook or brand companies, right? You guys get where I'm going with this. That's why when it comes to your LinkedIn profile, over 600 million users on there are decision makers. What do I mean by decision makers? Their title is hiring managers, senior managers, directors, and VP. Okay, those are the one who will, if they're not now, will have positions open, because what? Why? January is coming around the corner. Now we're in December. Now you're starting to see that things are going to start picking up slowly. Okay. I think that it's really depending on the industry and your areas of expertise, so that you can identify what companies by geography as well, and location, that are opening up around the holidays. Okay. There are a lot of companies, especially in the retail space. I'm not just talking about Amazon. Let's pause Amazon for a second. I'm talking about even like the Starbucks, the Nordstrom, like the Macy's. I don't even know if they're still around. You guys get what I'm saying. A lot of the retail, the Dior of the world, wink wink, I know who you are. The Louis Vuitton, but like the Thomas Bahamas, basically a lot of the brand name e-commerce by Alibaba, you see where I'm going? You have to think about companies where it's extremely hot during the winter. And then when the summer comes, it doesn't matter who you are, everybody's hiring. Okay? So that's why your LinkedIn, guys, it is so important. Even for those who landed into my coaching services, the first thing you want to do is, Holly, can you please review my star story? No, I cannot do that because you need to make me understand that you are aware of your professional branding. Because if you don't know what you're looking for, if you can't articulate, your LinkedIn is an outline of your resume. That's the difference. Your resume, you can go to 2 pages. Your LinkedIn, you want to be, you want breadth and depth. Let me explain. Breadth and depth meaning like I'll show you guys what the about me sections and everything is in a second here. But you need someone to glance at your resume and you time yourself, evaluate yourself, okay? No more than 10 seconds. Let's be honest here. If you look at a LinkedIn profile, the first thing we all look at, what do we look at? The photo, right? I mean, I do. I look at the photo to get a feel of what I'm getting into. And then I glance quickly on the companies that the individual are working at. I go with their headline. The headline, I wanted to say every single one of my customer have missed because the headline should be what position and qualification where you consider yourself an expert, but do not put the word expert on there. It is such a big piece of mine to hear I'm an expert of this or I'm an expert of that. I'm an expert recruiting what professional. Like, no, you are an expert when people align with you and communicate and get to know you specifically in an interview setting. They will evaluate if you are an expert. Okay, let your credential, your amazing work, your amazing achievements speak for itself. And that's why you need at the bare minimum 2 to 3 bullets of what is your ROI per each employment. Okay, so I wanted to take a look very quickly here. I want to say hello to you guys, but I wanted to see if you guys wanted to drop a link to your LinkedIn profile on here. You're more than happy to, and I will give you a live review today because ambitious professionals, a lot of you guys are messaging me on LinkedIn. Let's just say that there's over 100 of you guys who's been asking me and begging me to do this, and here I am. Well, they're probably not pay YouTube member, and that's if you want me to review your profile and you're not a member of my community yet. You see that big join button right there? Let me share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. You see this button right here that says join. All you have to do is click on that, and when you click on this shows up. Okay. You see that? Very expensive, right? $3.99. I don't care what tier you're in. I just have to open a second stream, and this is really helping my channel grow. Okay. Now, with that said, I wanted to come over here while I have this open and give you a review. Okay. I actually have some perfect LinkedIn profile for my community, but I'm not comfortable in sharing that with you guys without their permission. So I will not be doing that. I'm going to walk you through what I mean by branding and how to stand out. Can you guys see this okay? Okay, let's start from a hiring manager and recruiting perspective. By the way, when you guys network, we're not talking about networking in this stream. If you're interested and you want me to give you a tutorial on networking with the hiring manager, please do leave it in the comment below. I can do that next Friday. Basically, my Friday stream for the YouTube member is doing live tutorial like this, okay? So when you reach out to someone, you see this bar right here on the very top, your photo, oh, sorry guys. This will show up immediately, which is you see your photo, your first name, first and last name, and this is so important. You see my mouse is moving right here that a lot of people are undermining. I'm a big fan of Star, so this is my brand as a business owner and as a coach. You do whatever that rocks your boat. A lot of my customers use bullets or they use the dash. Basically, whatever you use, make it very clean. This really highlight your credential, like what makes you pop. This is your credibility, guys, which is why the first thing I said is Amazon, Google, Facebook. If they don't like, if I don't put this part here and all you guys, everyone who's here, who are my customers, by the way, when I asked you what attracted you to me and you mentioned about the company I used to work for, Okay. So for you, even if you work and none of you guys came from brand name company, I get it. It's okay. There's love other way. Then you want to talk about technologies, like, for example, infrastructure leader for AWS cloud services or for cloud infrastructure. Okay. And you start putting your domain expertise very, very niche down so that companies like Amazon's, like VMware, Google Cloud, basically all the cloud player will be attracted to you. So don't forget, your headline is very, very important. I made a post on LinkedIn earlier this morning. I actually put down, I'm sorry, not LinkedIn. If you are not a subscriber to my business page, please do so. The link is in the video. When you do that, I actually sent you my cheat sheet template. It's in there, okay? So for the 2,500 people who are subscriber, all of you guys have already got a copy of that, okay? And here's the thing that a lot of people fumble right here, guys. You can go on and fill this entire page. Go home with it, okay? Go home with this page right here. The first thing that I want to hear as a recruiter, again, please take every single thing that I'm teaching you guys with a grain of salt. This is coming from my personal experience. Every coach is very, very different. This is my style. This is what I know that works. And I'm a minimalist. So I like to get straight to the point here. First, tell me, how many years of experience do you have? Okay. And what is your expertise? Who have you helped? Tell me about yourself in the most shortest version possible. Okay. Professionals land a job offer with top tech companies. I am a former Amazon recruiting leader and trainer that's building credibility. So you want to say things where you have demonstrated how you were able to deliver a result with credibility. Okay. I've taught hiring leaders how to interview and evaluate candidates like yourself. Okay. That's call to action. So this is what I mean. A lot of my customer challenge me. You know who you are. I don't have to call out your names. Challenge me on, Holly, I can't do this in just 2 sentences or 3. I mean, it's going to take me a couple minutes. I just show you right here, right? It is 2 sentences. That's tell me about yourself. All right. You don't even have to go there, but you could put small things here. You can even put 3 bullets, even up to 6 bullets of your highest achievement, how you're able to save company $500,000 or, increase 60% reductions of the efficiency of the workflow, however you want to do it, or able to lead and grow a team of 600 people across the globe, or EMEA, Asia's, North America. You see where I'm going? So your about section, it's wonderful. Your hiring manager may never read it, but guess what? This is going to help the recruiter find you, okay? And I've coached a lot of my customer, and I'm dying. I wish I could share some of the perfect LinkedIn profile, but I don't see a link on here yet, so I'm not going to call you out. Don't worry, guys. I'm not like that. So I have taught my customer over here. You see how I have put this stuff. This is my services. This is what I'm specialized in. So you need to turn those into your ROI, your achievement. What was your business impact? Okay. This is what I call by scale and scope. Over here, rather than putting for employer, what you would do is areas of expertise. If you are a people manager, I would simply just put leadership skills or leadership expertise. Okay. And some of the foundations and areas. If you are a technical expert, I would say technical skills or domain expert. Domain expertise. Domain expertise means your niche, right? For example, technology, operations, logistics, supply chain. You see where I'm going? So those are some of the areas that you want to focus on. I have to do this, guys, because I have watched a lot. I used to, not anymore. I used to watch a lot of content creator, even on YouTube as well. There's a lot of that stuff that nobody talks about. Okay, here. Oh, my photo just kind of disappeared. Hang on, bear with me for a second, guys. Oh no, what happened? Oh no, let me change camera. Sorry guys, don't go away. My camera just went off. That is because, yay, it worked. Okay, bear with me for a quick second. If you're still with me, please give me a thumbs up. Something silly happened last night. I forgot to turn off my camera, so the battery is completely exhausted. It's mistakes 101. So let me go ahead and adjust this, make myself stand out better for you guys. Right there. Right there. That's better. Um, well, you know what? This is the best I could do. I would rather do this than to not. There you go. I'm back. Kabam. How you like that bad boy? Huh? How are you guys liking this bad boy? Okay. So give me a thumbs up. Let me know what I just said makes sense to you guys about putting in your domain expertise as well as your technical skills or expertise, leadership. If your goal, if you're a product manager or product leader, there's quite a number of you guys. That's why I'm talking about this right now. Put a session, basically you're about me. Let your background explode. I would simply just call it like it is, product management expertise, and I will put every single thing that's related to product management that makes you stand out. Okay, that this whole section here, you could just copy and paste this into your resume. In the modern world, I will not advise you guys to put too much stuff on your LinkedIn profile, but because you are competing with millions of professionals out there, I wanted to make sure that you are going to get found. Okay? Yes, I am greedy that way. I want to make sure that I'm able to help as many people as I can to get interviewed. And we'll talk about interview in a different setting. But today, for the sake of today's time, I want to make sure you're showing up correctly, okay? And you guys take a glimpse of what I'm doing here. You know you can feature, right? You can feature everything that you have written. If you are a speaker, I know that some of you are in my community, you put it here. When you put it here, the recruiters or hiring managers, basically folks that you reach out and wanted to network, you better bet they're doing homework on you. So why not pimped out your LinkedIn profile to make yourself stand out? Okay? And over here, let's talk very quickly. Oh, by the way, I don't want to spend too much time on every single little detail. I'm talking about the most important detail. And of course, let me just go back a little bit. Over here, your channel art, my pet peeve is that a lot of the folks leave this blank. Okay. To me, as a recruiter, I call that lazy. Sorry, guys. I'm not picking on you. I'm just, hey, you guys are coming here. You keep them coming back because I'm very raw and authentic. Okay. Put some effort in your channel art. You could choose whatever it is that is free already there for you on LinkedIn, or you simply just go to, look what I'm doing here. Okay. Go to the browser and you put LinkedIn channel art. Boom. And it's free. If you go in here, right here, designing a channel art banner. There's even YouTube video teaching you don't have to go to that extreme. You see that image button up there? I click the image button. There's so many of them. Okay. There's one with the door. You could basically pick ones that you like that resembles who you are, just who you are. Okay. Anything is better than leaving it blank. Okay, so let me get out of there. And also, I talked a lot about this before. If you are not familiar, check this out, guys. I have a whole playlist. It is called The Power of LinkedIn. Do not miss that. It is step-by-step tutorial, but this is 2.0 version. Okay, there's personalized messages on here showing you how, guys, showing you exactly how you should be networking with the hiring managers as well. So please do not miss that out. Okay, so coming back to me, let me remove myself. This is how your profile picture will look. I don't know what other folks think about LinkedIn profile. To me, is also everything is important here now because you're competing with so many people, right? You want to be able to smile like you because right now I want to say there's over 50 people in my coaching community, my mock interviewed, and they have amazing personality. But when I looked at the LinkedIn profile, I'm like, you're not even smiling. What's going on? Why so tense? Right? Again, you are competing with so many people, so you want every single thing to pop. Everything pop. I had to rebrand my channel art to put all of the companies that I used to work for, not who I support. I used to work for, meaning I've actually hired so many people in all this company to pop. So you need to do the same thing. I talked about marketing manager earlier. You see this number over here? 500 plus connections, you need to build your connections in a different video you can find in the Power of LinkedIn playlist. Okay. So going back here, you want it to stay very, very concise, guys, very extremely concise. This is not relevant to any of you, but I know that a lot of you guys are business owner as well. All of you business owner and you are trying to get a job in corporate or coming back to corporate, you need to give one line about your role and responsibility. Basically, tell us, you know, you have no idea what this is, assuming that I'm not Holly, okay? You don't know what this is. And also just say something that pops so people will acknowledge that you spend some time, how many years experience you have here. What have you done? Did you waste your time? Okay. You always, always, guys, want you to put link of your company, something you've written, you publish, anything that will help the reader, which is the recruiter and hiring managers, look at this. And guess what? If you're interviewing at like an Amazon and let's just say, oh, I'm like all the way here. Let me come over here. If you're interviewing, especially at Amazon, and you are doing a good job and they maybe want you to interview for more than one team, guess what? They're going to forward the link to your LinkedIn profile, not really your resume. Again, guys, I work for all of these tech companies. When a hiring manager said, they don't say, Holly, can you give me an updated version of the resume, versus they say, where's the link to the LinkedIn profile? Okay. That is from the recruiting perspective. You may disagree with me. Again, this is from someone from the inside telling you exactly how it works. Okay. Assuming that I'm looking for a head of staffing, you see how clean to the point it is, and you want to keep the consistency. Okay. This is a template, guy. Follow my template. Give me 1 to 2 sentences, no more. Tell me what have you done? What have you done? Tell me a little bit about the role that you have, which is right here, your position title, and give me at the bare minimum 3 bullets. Highlight your highest level achievement. What made you stand out? What made you special for your role? What makes you different from the competition? Okay. I want all of you guys after my live stream to look at your own LinkedIn profile. For those of you in my community, you don't have to wait for me to evaluate. I want you to evaluate yourself. And when you do that, I want you to see, do you have the common theme here? Okay. If you have been with a company for 3+ years, 10 years, you need to have at least 6 bullets on here. Okay. So feel free. Again, this is the area where you are going to shine to the hiring manager. Okay. So when they are interviewing you through video conference, they are going to have this in splitting the screen in half. Okay. All right. I am done preaching, and let me stop this. Stop it, Holly. Stop it. Here I am. I am back. Does anybody have any questions? Put it on the bottom. Let me know. Let me go back to my LinkedIn. Hello, hello. There are 40 people watching. Can I please get a thumbs up if you haven't already? There's only 13 thumbs up here. It really would help me trick the Google algorithm if you have not done so. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to also subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you can get notified on things like this. Okay. So generally what I do is in my community page, which I absolutely should have done. I don't know why I haven't done this before. In my community page, which is right here, guys. Right here, there's a community tab. If you go to and this is free, by the way, everyone has visibility. I put on a survey from 4 days ago. Basically, I care to not waste your time. I wanted to know what people care about because I have nearly 13,000 subscriber, and those subscriber doesn't return. 97 of people who's watching me every single week are brand new to my channels. Some of them land an offer and are still not subscriber. So I wanted to see what you care about. As you can see, right? Oh, sorry, guys. As you can see right here, a lot of people care about reviewing, for me to review their stories, and which is why More Star Stories is coming up. Okay. Oh, and I have to say this one more time. This amazing channel art. I'm all about channel art. Thank you so much. You know who you are and you're watching right now. I appreciate you. All right, cool. So I wanted to say hello and I want to answer all of your amazing questions. Hang on one second. Let me come back here. I am going to shut everything off. My attention are to you. By the way, let me know how you're liking this graphic. This is making me very uncomfortable because I'm literally streaming right on my iMac. So hopefully there's no lag and everything is okay. Rodrigo, new member. Welcome, 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 welcome. How are you? Happy Friday. Miss Mountain Dew, thank you so much for the star. Thank you so much, VIP, community member, all of you guys for being here, giving me your star. Annie, number 2. I have quite a few Annie in my life right now. Vishal, thank you for coming here. Thank you for the star. Iman, thank you for the star. Diane, thank you for the star. What happened to my coffee? You usually would give me a coffee and a star. Charles, thank you so much for the star. Sin, how are you? Jose, welcome back. Ashley, I am well. Hopefully you are well as well. I'm not going to put all the star here. I'm just very excited for star, if you guys can tell. But professionals, even before we could talk about the star method and prepping you for your interview, you need your LinkedIn profile to stand out, okay? That's why I spend the last 15 minutes to talk about your LinkedIn profile. Okay. Who is ready to get started? I'm from India. Kalyan. Is this the same Kalyan from my Patreon? Say yes or no. Welcome either way. I love this. Bear in the Wild, you've been with me for a few months. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back. Obey me now. You were not here on Tuesday. What is going on? Hello, hello, Annie number 1 and 2. Appreciate all of you guys. RP. Oh, this is new. Look at this. The fancy star and the coffee. Oh, my coffee. Where is it? Have you forgotten to drink coffee because you're so busy trying to live stream and please an audience? Okay. Happy Friday, Cliff. Charles, happy Friday to you. RP says you must be super excited. I'm always super excited, by the way. Last night, actually, I spent a couple hours just to give you what you're seeing right now. Unfortunately, my camera is completely dead, but I've done a lot of work to pump up my production. If you guys have looked, please don't even bother. If you looked at any of my live stream from 6 months ago or so, I had no clue what I'm doing. It is so bad where I can't even present the information. I know, it's horrible. Let me, I shut off my phone. I can't even fix the backlight. But anyhow, you guys appreciate me just how I am. One of my customer actually says, Holly, I came to your channel. I love your content, even though you have probably the worst production quality, but I love your content. That's why I'm coming back. All right. Bear in the Wild. I failed another interview, but did better the last time. I need to pick better story, but at least I'm learning and getting better. Baby step. It is. And Bear in the Wild, this is what the Friday section is for, my friend. If you guys, it doesn't really matter what the title is here, really, for my Friday stream. You're here. If you're here, that means you're also on my Tuesday stream as well. I'm happy to review your story. So the tip I have for you is every single week, just do the best that you can on your story and then put it on here. I'm more than happy to review for you, okay? Your story, it's really about how you're able to articulate the problem that you're solving and how are you doing it on your own. Okay, so it takes time, and what you write and how you articulate are not the same. You guys all know that, right? If you missed my stream on Tuesday, I talked a lot about the process of recording it via Zoom, right? By a show of hand, right here on the chat comment below, let me know how many times you have recorded yourself and say, give me the number, and are you using phone or Zoom? Just how many number, phone, or Zoom. I wanted to see who's cheating and who's being real. Wink. Wait, I'm seeing congratulations to Charles. Did I miss something here? Why are we congratulating Charles? I had my second interview with Amazon this morning. I believe I will make it to live. Oh, that's why we're congratulating. Yay! Where's my bun? Woo! I'm trying to fix a few things. Can you guys tell? Hi, John. Can you please tell me more about stock manager? Well, the stock manager or any position, as I mentioned, you still have to have the foundation of preparing for your interview is the same thing, right? You still need to know the leadership principle. You still need to know all the behavioral questions. If you're able to answer those behavioral questions, it doesn't matter what they will ask you, you will be able to ace the interview. And let me explain why. Because if you check out my Amazon leadership principle playlist, there's all of my top behavioral questions in there, 15 of them. Okay. For instance, even as a stock manager, I know what a stock manager is because I have field positioned in operation and fulfillment center before. Let's just say that I don't. Okay. That's why when you guys articulate your story, you need to do it in a terminology where you'll get interviewers like myself who knows nothing about you. Now, speak to it in a term where it's engaging, it's exciting, and I want it to learn more because if I am not relatable, I'm probably going to get bored very quickly, very fast. Okay. In this case, if I were to ask you, what is the most innovative thing you have done, John? And I have a video on that as well. It's called Innovation with a personal example template, step by step using the STAR method, which is, let me just show you. Why am I talking to you? Right here. If you guys take a look at this playlist, this is called the Amazon Star Interview playlist. I'm sorry, Amazon. Yeah, Amazon Star Interviewed. There is examples of every single thing there in a template. And right here, I am purposely using this as my thumbnail photo. That's the most innovative thing I've done. Okay, if you follow that and start creating it, and I actually have more for you, which is right here. Hang on, this one. Okay, all of the behavioral questions, if you were to say, Holly, what are your behavioral questions? Guys, it's on the playlist and example. I don't talk about it without giving you an example and telling you exactly what to do. Okay? So it's all there for you, but you have to do it in a way that's relevant to a stock manager. How is it relevant to the role that you're interviewing for? Let me know if that makes sense, John. Jose. Oh, baby now says, super excited. How are you, Sin? How are you doing this morning? You know, it is very exciting for me when I hear a lot of members who actually receive job offer being here and hanging out with me. I know that it's not a big deal to a lot of people, but for me it means the whole world because you guys have been coming to me, you've asked great questions, and now you've landed a job offer. So, yeah, I'm pretty damn proud of you, and I know that you put in a lot of hard work to get there. Okay? Miss Mountain Dew, m- which is number one, you know who you are. Let me know if you have questions. I'm really excited because literally 85% of folks in my community member, true story, got my coaching community members, all has Amazon job interview right now. So, hang on. I just wanted to say that you guys kick ass. You guys have been working so hard and the time is here. Let me know how else I can help you. And I'm looking forward to see at the very bottom here, how many times have you recorded yourself? Keon says 0. Obey Me Now said 0. She says 10 times. Woohoo! I'm sorry, not Ash. Yes, She. 10 times. Woohoo! Cliff says 6 time on Zoom. Boop boop. Star Interview Accelerator. Boop boop boop. Okay, you guys are kicking my VIP members butt, which is also in here, by the way. All right. Charles says 15 by phone. Awesome. Bear Noel says recorded on the phone at least 30 times. You have been promoted to Zoom now. If you guys are really struggling in the very beginning, it's okay to start on the phone until you get comfortable, okay? But when you record it, I'm assuming that you rewatch and take notes on how you should do better. Do not read it off of a script. Try to memorize your background because when you've done it 50 times, you should know your background fairly well, right? And when you are recording yourself on Zoom, you are also timing yourself by watching the clock. You can look at I'm looking at my iMac right now. There's a clock right there. When the clock tick to another minute, that means I should stop or wrap it up quickly. Okay? Excellent. Who that's it? There's only a handful of you guys who have recorded yourself? I'm expecting much, much more from you guys. Hint, hint. An, how are you? I just wanted to drop in your live stream. Thank you for your today is oh, you started at Amazon. Woo! Yay! Thank you so much for taking the time to come in here and to tell the community to motivate them. When you guys who landed a job offer or pass your recruiter screen or pass any screen at all on Amazon, it gets everyone who's watching me very, very excited and motivated, okay? You are going to have the time of your life solving problems at Amazon, and congrats. Lasha says, I just got a full-time. You just got a full-time offer. Woo! Yay! As a data center engineer, I must say Star was a way to go. Excellent. By the way, two of you guys, I haven't had the chance yet. If you can do me a huge favor, those who just landed an offer at Amazon, so I can send you my private Facebook group. It's for my community member who landed a job offer. At the moment, 99% of those are Amazons. Excellent. I'm so happy. And if you guys have any other tip, please drop it below on what truly, truly works, okay? Here's a tip from Anne. Anne says, please watch the videos and continue to join these live streams. They really help me prepare for my interview. Star works. Yes, you guys hear this? Can a girl please have a star on the bottom? Give me an emoji star, type star, give me star. It worked. I've recently interviewed a former engineering manager at Amazon, and I'll release the video early next week to give to walk you guys through his best tips and strategy as a hiring manager, and he also is a product leader at Google as well. So that's coming. I'm creating collaboration with those in the top tier tech company because the bar is a bit higher than the smaller companies. Okay, so it's really, really excited, and he himself mentioned that you really need to find a way to articulate what problem that you're trying to solve and what have you really done to come about in solving those problems, because the end of the day is that Amazon or not, the interviewer wants to make sure that they find relevancy in what you're talking about, because if what you're sharing is not relevant, they don't even understand what you're trying to say. Or the most common mistake is we a lot. We can't understand what exactly you took ownership of and how you're able to solve the problem on your own. Okay. Lashya, I'm foreign national in the country. Will that affect my offer? Visa, when you say visa issue, what kind of visa issue are we talking about, Lasha? Because that could be a lot of things. What I can tell you right now is I've had community member who are, for example, based in Peru, and they're having a lot of trouble right now with immigration because the immigration in Peru has been closed because of the pandemic. But the offers are still going because they are connected with the hiring managers, and the start day is, I can't remember when the start date is. If it's immigration within the same continent, which is South America to South America, I don't see that as a problem, or EMEA to EMEA. But when it comes to EMEA to the US, I can't really give you an accurate answer because I'm not an Amazon employee. But if you read it on the news, everywhere, right? And also feedback from those who landed a job offer in my coaching community did mention that if you need H-1B sponsor, it's really hard right now because of everything that's being backlogged, and with the virus that's going on. First of all, people don't want Americans in their country. Okay. And to enter US is really tough as well. So you would have to leverage your recruiter on that, depending on where are you at and what country you're trying to work at. Iona, hey Iona. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Iona, you landed an offer. Did I miss? Oh, I have hired by, yay! This is number 3. Woo, 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 woo. Shh. I know, totally missed that. Sorry. Yay, that's amazing. Thanks for coming by. You guys made my Friday. See, guys, I told you it works. You have to do the hard work. If you miss the first 15 minutes of my Tuesday's live stream, I talk about the number one thing that people really lack of not being able to pass through is, like laziness. Okay. I'm sorry. I have to put it that way because every time when I'm being authentic and speak from experience, I get an immediate thumbs down. But guys, you came here, you didn't come here for me to tell you what you like to hear. I am sharing with you, this is based out of the people I have helped, the people whom I've asked to leave my community because I see no drive and no motivation. Yes, I will kick you off of my community if I see that. And that is true because I'm so focused on delivering results for you. And if I feel like we're not in the same page and we're not a mutual match, I would just simply say this is not a good fit and here it is. Good luck. Okay. So you really have to determine what is your primary driver, your motivation. It's, a lot of motivation who's being lacked is because we don't like doing that task. Interviewing is not something that you would wake up and say, yes, I'm excited to prep for my interview. No one does that. In fact, it's stressful. I get it, but you have to push yourself there. Okay. A lot of my customer, why so many of them, like 85% of them landed a job is because and if you look at the numbers below, okay, no names, there's a lot of them who's done it for 10 times, 30 times, and they're all fairly new to my community. Okay. You have to. If you're sitting here week over week, if I'm asking you how many times have you been recording yourself, 0. Have you answered all of the questions? By the way, when I say question, this, guys, look, I even have an example for you. All you have to do is follow the example and create your own. That's it. And give me 2 different examples for each one of those. I even teach you how to recycle your story so you don't sound alike. You never want to talk about the same story and the same situation for different interview questions, okay? So every single thing is laid out for you. So why don't you let me know what is stopping you and let me know how I could do a better job in motivating you guys, okay? Pallavi, can you review and tell my LinkedIn profile? Pallavi, I would love to, but you need to drop a link on here for me. Okay. You would have to drop a link, because your name could be let me know if I have your permission to pull up your LinkedIn profile on the bottom, Pallavi. Okay. John, please share. It will lessen for everyone. Bear in the while. Yes. What is the optimized duration I have to keep? You must be talking about your story. Who here can tell a friend, John, how long his story should be? I think mine is perfect. You may share it. Oh, thank you, Cliff. Yay! Wait, hang on. Yay! Thank you so much, Cliff. Okay. Cliff, I have his permission to share his LinkedIn profile, so we're going to do this right now. Let me go here. I'm pulling you up. Thank you for being brave, my friend. Okay, here you go. This is Cliff. Cliff. Okay, well, I would rather take the flag than an empty channel art. I like this. I like this a lot. So from here, I can tell that you have been in security operation for a very long time. I can tell that you have global, meaning that you have worked not just in the US and probably projects or teams around the world, which is cool. I would also do another bullet and be more specific. I think you have a lot of physical security as well. I would also put physical security on here, and I feel like you can expand more on your headline. Okay. When you say global, I wouldn't mind repeating myself. Is it EMEA? Is it Japan? Is it London? Where is it? So you wanted to mention a couple of that. The reason why you are expanding yourself right now is you're truly competing with so many people. The more time you repeat it yourself in the right places, only in the right places, don't make a mess out of it. Okay. When you do so, you are really allowing the recruiter to find you. This is what we do. When I come up here, you see the search bar. If I type director of physical security at, let's just say, Utah, okay, I'm making this up. and I can put in a bunch of other buzzword on here that I'm looking for based on the job description. I want you to show up in the first few pages. Do you see where I'm going? Okay. I love the fact that you have over 50 connection. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Okay. Let's take a look here. Yes, I haven't even read that yet. The fact that this is all filled in, I would rather take this than to have an empty section. As mentioned before, all of this are just buzzword. Okay. Um, okay. I would add your first sentence on here, Cliff. How many years of experience do you have as a leader in security? Okay. Following that, your domain expertise, because I know you have done a lot. I know you've had quite a number of Fortune 100, 500 clients. I know you've been around and have executed and generated um, millions of dollar budget in building the security infrastructure system for your customers. If I'm looking at this, I'm not seeing any of that. So you do want this to pop a little bit more, okay? By all means, guys, I'm not a marketing expert by any mean. The feedback I'm giving you is it's primarily coming from an eye of a recruiter, a leadership recruiter. You need to pass me before I can pass you to the hiring manager. I mean, I wouldn't read this, but this is going to allow me to find you. So if you're going to put a lot of words here, make sure a lot of the things that you are putting on here is relevant to the job description as well. And you can leverage the job description to help you find other buzzwords. Okay. This here, this is what you could put on your resume, but on your LinkedIn profile, I would simply this is your highlight. Yeah. I would put a section, I would call it security expertise on here. Okay. I mean, I feel like you could remove some of these paragraph here. And if you look at mine a second ago, how I put like what I've done, or I mentioned about domain expertise, which is physical. Someone's knocking on my door. I have no idea what it is. I'm sorry, guys. I will be right there. So sorry, guys. And I'm back. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. You need a section for security expertise. I would absolutely put a section for domain expertise. Domain meaning technologies, operations, basically what is unique about your background without me having to read all of this. Okay. I would just make it a little bit more cleaner. That's eye catchy on your about section, but great effort. Excellent effort. Okay. You see how this is a lot nicer to read? Yes. Okay. Okay. This is kind of similar to, looks like it's kind of similar to a resume standard, but at this moment, I would say fill it in more information than less because there are a lot of job seekers out there. Again, these are all also helping you with buzzword. Okay. If you have, especially as a leader and a executive in the security space, I would, if you could, I would love to see, especially under highlight, more numbers, right? Able to help, you know, ABC customers build security system in them generating $1 million in revenue, something along that line. Especially for executive, it's expected for you to put dollar signs on there or how you're truly impacting the business. For the responsibility part on your LinkedIn profile, this is good for your resume. For on LinkedIn, I would be more interested in knowing about what you have done or highlights, just your highlights. And this is what I mean because this, if you are going to mention anything like this, there's got to be a business impact or ROI. Okay, let me know if that makes sense to you, Cliff. Great effort, though. Really, really good effort. And you all should know that typically I will not recommend putting on experiences that's older than 10 years. Two reasons. Number one is eliminating any kind of biases, um, seniority, age discrimination, so on and so forth. And also, if the experiences are too old, it may not even be relevant to the employer. I mean, you probably wouldn't even speak in the same languages. Okay, that's why. That's why I mentioned that. Great, I love it. I love the fact that you took out the year of education on here. Okay, who else? Who else would like me to review their profile? Anyone else? Let me know. Okay. Let me know if that makes sense, Cliff. Akil, how are you, Akil? Web URLs are not allowed to paste here. LinkedIn profile. Oh, I didn't even know that. Akil, if that is the case, give me your first and last name and I'll look it up. That's good to know. Thanks for sharing that. Patricia, how are you, Patricia? Rodrigo says, I have a questions. I did an interview process, AWS. I arrived on an on-site interview. When can I apply again? Well, if you haven't interviewed a year ago, I arrived on an on-site interview. When can I apply? I'm very confused with the message. So you interview a year ago. Do you have an on-site now or you don't have an on-site? Before you apply again, you have to think about, and also when you guys are asking questions, it would be great if you ask me, be very specific, guys. What positions were you interviewing for so I could be more relatable to you? Okay. Generally, you can be interviewed within a year or so, depending on your feedback. Let me give you an example. If you interview a year ago for a technical position, and you didn't get a job because you are lacking some of those functionality or experiences, or most likely I shouldn't say most likely, it sounds kind of rude. Most of the time it's about lacking the level of large scale and scope. But if you are still in the same environment or haven't worked and re-interview again, that hasn't changed. You see where I'm going? Unless you have moved on to a different employer or even with the same company to expand your scope, then absolutely. You basically have to find ways to fill the void so that you could re-interview and pass the interview. Okay? Let me know if that makes sense. Hi, Raleigh. Ariane, I am good. Find around at Amazon. Before I have to complete the writing exercise, what do you recommend in terms of answer? Excellent. Excellent question. Let me have a sip of coffee. Okay, excellent. Well, have you already received the Amazon writing exercise? If you do, there's two questions. One is, by the way, I have a video on that as well, and the quality is so bad, I think I'm just going to remove it. Don't watch it. I have a video, but don't watch it. Two questions. I believe one of them is based on your business judgment, and the other one is, I believe, is the most innovative thing that you've done, unless that have changed from 2 years ago since the last time I was at Amazon. So this may come in surprise to you, Ariane. The STAR method. If you think about the STAR method, your situation, right? For the first paragraph, you want to explain your situation. The one thing that you guys should be very, very clear about is providing specifics, specific example, specific things you do, specific situations, specific problems, specific outcomes, specific business impact. I think you guys get the idea here, because a lot of the people, they are so great in highlighting the situation. They're great in telling or elaborating the problem they're trying to solve, and they're really stuck on the how because they are being so general. I leverage a team and then the result is this. That's great, but what have you done? Specific example. Okay, if you think about the STAR method, that's 4 paragraphs. Okay, so rather than saying result, what is your business impact? All right, so if I were you, I looked at the questions. I would pick the one you have an option for the two. I would pick a question that's most relevant to your background, that that you could answer it a lot more depth and breadth. Okay, you can go to 2 pages. I'm not really sure what the requirement is at Amazon, but what I can tell you is Especially if anyone from Amazon is watching right now, even if you can go 3 page, I think it used to be 4 pages at one point. If anything is more than a page, people are going to fall asleep. If they're not interested in the first paragraph, they're just going to skip it. You see where I'm going? I have taught everyone to provide an answer, an interviewed behavioral question answer in 30 to 45 seconds. So if you're going to write a paper, and yes, you can go to 2 pages, right? When you go to 2 page, not double space, by the way, when you go to 2 pages, you have to make it exciting. If you think about the STAR method, it's going to help you break down 4 different paragraphs, STAR. Okay. I will start like that. Would you like to do mock interview with me? I'm not sure if this is the same person that is asking, but you guys could try to look each other's up on LinkedIn on here. Just make sure you don't put any personal information, personal contact information on here. Okay. LinkedIn profile is harmless because it's public anyway, but don't put things that you don't want the whole world to know. I talk about bots being in here. There's a lot of spammer and scammer. Okay. Jadish. Hey, Jadish. Carlos. Keon. Hi, Keon. Tiago. Hi, Tiago. Vishal says, this is a special section for skills on LinkedIn. Is it necessary to add some skills again in about section? That's an excellent question, Vishal. Yes. The example that I just gave on clips, which I'm still looking at, by the way. Yes, because it's just highlighting, it's saving the recruiter's time rather than questioning, well, let me just reach out to Vishal and dive deeper in his background to see if this is a potential fit for my role. So rather than doing so, you want to help the recruiter out and lay everything out for him or her so that by the time she or he is so excited, they just want to send the link to the hiring manager and get you on a recruiter call. Okay. The recruiter does not have time to look at, because an average recruiter looks at hundreds of profiles every day. Hundreds. I hope they look at hundreds. For me, I was extremely obsessed with just delivering results. When I was the time, which is a while back, the time when I was a recruiter, I looked at thousands of profiles a day. True story. Thousands, okay? And I skim through them really fast. I don't spend more than 5 seconds per each profile. I look at their position title, your headline, right? I look at the company they come out of. What have they done? If it's empty, do they have the right education? If I'm looking for a software engineer, do they have a computer science degree? And I don't really care so much about the school. So I'm just giving you an example. That's why you want enough meat on there. And even for me to look at your profile, I need to be able to find you by you popping up. Everything that I just talked about on your LinkedIn profile, all the buzzwords have to be relevant, okay? And if you're not sure if what you've done is related to the job description, like an Amazon or a Google of the world or even ABC company startup, it's very simple. Just do a search. Just do a search on LinkedIn. Everything's LinkedIn. You see that? I love LinkedIn. Just do a job search on LinkedIn and see what will come up. And you can generate ideas just by looking at it. Okay? Don't make things up. You will put yourself in a hole, but put down things that you can back it up, that you actually have experience in building or using it. Okay? New stuff from India. Well, welcome, Akhil. SPK, first time listening to you live. Uh-oh. First time and my camera shut off and somebody's at the door. Oh, by the way, my sweater. Eat, sleep, star. Can you tell how passionate I am about star? I know. I'm such a dork. And I'm very, very nerdy. Hi, Joy. Is it normal to see the bar racer team up with another interviewer together? Yes. There are two people team interview me at the same time. Bar racer or not, it could be a bar racer, a hiring manager team up. This is very common. It's called shadowers, okay? Shadower meaning that that person is new in interviewing or new to the company in general. It's not just Amazon, it's any company. So they need to come along with someone who have done it for a while and know how to facilitate an interview. That's what that's about. Vegeta. How are you, Vegeta? Thanks for all the wise recommendations. I'm having my upcoming L5 interview at Amazon. In case you are changing career, how can you pitch Star in a way? That's a great question. Oh, I have a super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Obey me now. Well, if you are changing career using the STAR methods, everything one can disagree with me. It's if you guys have seen a lot of creators on YouTube, not everyone is a fan of Star, by the way. Let's be real here. I am just a big fan of Star. Just like if other folks well, when I say I'm a fan of Star is because I have taught Star at Amazon. By the way, I did not invent a star. Let's be very, very clear. I have a star interview accelerator. That is just really how I have I've take what STAR stands for and twist it like my own to simplistic, extremely simple for you guys. Okay, that's why I call it my program. But I did not invent a STAR. Let's be very, very clear. Every other career coaches or strategists can have their expert, whatever they're expert in, LinkedIn expert, I don't know, whatever expert it is. For me, I consider myself an expert in storytelling because literally that's what I've done for 21 years. Okay, even in high school, for crying out loud. I've joined a national competition of interview. It's called interview competition. That's fun. I can't believe I'm using this example. Help me, someone help me. And I got second place national because I just love interviewing, I guess, at a very young age at the time as well. So when you're using the STAR method, it's STAR method or not, before you even use the STAR method, you have to ask yourself, career transition is very vague. I have a video. It's called Career Transition on my LinkedIn channel. You just need to check it out. Okay. It walks you through on how you could articulate career transitions, my expectation on the employer side, and how I can help you in answering. So check out that video. It's called Career Transition on my video. And star or not, you should think about what you wanted to do. Why is it important for you? And I would articulate it with what situation, which is transitioning into a career, because why? Most people have been with the company for so long that they needed a change or lacking growth. But the way you say it changed a little bit because you don't want to say anything negative about your previous employer. Okay? 30 time. Bear in a while says recorded himself 30 time. I love it. Love, love, love. Do me a favor, buddy. I want you to go to Zoom between now and next Friday. I want you to tell me that you recorded on Zoom at least 10 times. Here's the biggest tip that I'm sharing with you guys right now. For you to get a job offer, I want to see you record yourself at least bare minimum once a day. It is a full-time job, guys. At least once a day. And when you're done recording yourself, I want you to evaluate and just write feedback. You could do it on a notepad or you can do it on a Google spreadsheet. But for me, I like everything handwritten because when I handwritten things, I don't know, it just visually helps me feel better, see better, and it just kind of sticks to memory a lot quicker. Okay? Hey, appreciate the 45 people who's watching right now. I would appreciate a thumbs up in the video if you can. Help a girl out in growing my channel if you're still with me, okay? 6 time. That's good, Cliff. 6 time. Give me about ×3 of that. Maria, I'm doing the interview with the hiring manager next week. Best of luck to you, Maria. Obey me now and Kin, you both need to start recording yourself. But before you record yourself, you need your story. If you don't have your story, what are you recording yourself on? Right? So you need to do that. In order to do that, you remember this that I was just showing you guys? Look at it, guys. It has an example for every single thing. Like, meaning I literally walk you through and screen share my example and telling you exactly what I've done. Okay? Tracy, new member. Welcome, Tracy. SBK says, this is a good question. How do we handle LinkedIn profile when you are pivoting your career? A situation where you are open for jobs with prior experience and a new career role that you want to pivot. If that is the case, it's about your word choice and what you use. SBK. this is a very vague answer because I would literally have to work with you. Um, I'm not being cheesy here, but that I can't really give you any more than that unless I have seen your LinkedIn profile. If you feel free in sharing, please do give me. I would need your first and last name so I can look up. Happy to give you a reviewed with more feedback on how you could troubleshoot in career changing, pivoting to a different role. And this is very, very common. It's about your skill, your superpower. What are your strengths in the role that you have been doing? And what are the role that you're trying to get back to or even changing career completely? That is absolutely doable. But you need to think about what your added value is and why should employers hire you for those skills and what have you accomplished using your strengths. Babanas 81. Where is that list? What are we talking about list? Because I've talked about a lot of topic here. Is it available on YouTube in your website? Oh, you must be. This is Babanas. Are you talking about this? If you're talking about this, it's a playlist. The playlist is called Amazon Leadership Principle Questions and Answer. Okay. If you go to it's called playlist. If you go to my main channel, which is right here, right? You see that? You could simply just click on my name right here. If you click on my name, dun, dun, dun. It's a little slow because I'm streaming. And you go to playlist right here. Okay, right here, playlist. If you click on the playlist, this is all of my playlists. The one that has all of the example, it will tell you, it says questions and example right here, as well as a star example right here. You have to look at every single thing with examples in it. Okay. And don't undermine the interview strategies and example. Everything with examples and answer, you must look at it specifically why Amazon. Okay. I need to go back to you now. Okay. I am back, guys. Let me go back. Okay. Here you go. 30 Zoom. Miss Mountain Dew recorded herself 30 times. I love it. Great job. And Laura, hey, Laura, it is getting late in Europe for you. Thank you for being here, Laura. Oh, I love the stars. I appreciate it. Out of the 45 questions I prepared, only 4 worked exactly as prepped. But what did it do for me? This is Obey Me Now. Is to have stories at the ready. I wrote all of mine down in a notebook and then marked them off so not to repeat them. While I didn't record myself, I did go over and over and over, wrote them in a star format, watch all the videos. Oh, that makes me so happy. Look at this. Check this out, guys. So Obey Me Now actually had written all of his story out. And then what the man or woman, what Obey Me Now does is to evaluate which one of his question makes more sense or high level enough with more depth relevant to Amazon before Obey Me Now used it in the interview process. This is very, very smart. And I talk about this a lot, guys. I talked about, where is that? Where is it? Right here. I talk about, check this out, guys. I talk about this screenshot. The screenshot is, let me make this right here. There you go. I talk about this. This is actually from community member, and a lot of them do it like this. When you're writing things down for some reason, mentally is trying to tell you that you really want the job and you're willing to do whatever it takes. This is what I'm talking about. Even my VP level, my leadership coaching are doing the exact same thing, guys. Okay? Don't feel that I'm preaching to you because I'm preaching to you. It truly is doing you good. Thank you for sharing. Obey Me Now. Saram, how are you? Could you please do a video on getting through the ATS screen? What do you mean by that? You want me to do a video on how to get through the applicant tracking screen? That's really not important. Let me explain myself why. This is a very good question, by the way. You know what? I'm probably going to do a video. The problem with that is that I don't have the bandwidth. A lot of my time is consumed with the live stream. I also run multiple courses right now where I spend literally Monday through Friday coaching, and I love coaching you guys, right? I have this, and I also have my live Zoom coaching several times throughout the week. That's why I haven't. The ATS, it's not really relevant because, and I don't mean to say this in a negative format, when your status of being reviewed or rejected or moving to the next, it means nothing. As someone from a recruiting background, all I'm going all I'm going after is searching through the buzzword of who I wanted to see. Okay. For example, if I'm looking for a technical program manager in the ATS system, I want all the buzzword to come out so I can see yours. Okay. That process and LinkedIn is the same thing. That's why the more meat, relevancy, and how you can present yourself, the more you're sticking out in your branding, in putting relevancy to the role you're trying to get at by looking at the job description, guys, on your LinkedIn and also on your resume. It's going to help you be found. That's how you beat the ATS system. Okay. I talk a lot about stop applying to job. It's not that it's a bad thing to apply for a job. You just don't want to be that person that applied to 50 jobs and 30 jobs. Okay. I'm saying this because I work with hiring leaders. Okay. I work with people manager where I would be the type of recruiter that says, "Oh my God, I just got off the phone with Saram. I'm so excited. Let me tell you about Saram. He's built this, he's done this. I think he's a good fit because of that. You need to get on the phone and talk to this guy." And the hiring manager would say, "Holly, he just applied to 50 jobs. He looks really confused. And the jobs are not even the same role. Nope, I'll pass." Why? Because there's so many candidates out there that's a better that are so they're so strategic in getting into that the organization or the domain area, and you are going off in all over the places. Okay, when you're doing that, the recruiter and the hiring managers don't have time to figure it out because there's so many applicants. And this is a pure example. If you want to beat the internal ATS system, one, you must pimp up your LinkedIn profile, everything that I just said. Once you pimped up your LinkedIn profile, you need to pimp up your resume. Your resume and your LinkedIn profile has a lot of relevancy. You can expand it more on your resume, but keeping it into 2 pages. Okay. If you don't have your branding sticking out where you're being found in the internal system, the recruiter is not going to review applicants. Okay. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Even if you're found and you apply to 100 jobs, they will get turned off. You need to put yourself in the, I'm not saying you specifically, Saram. You guys need to put yourself in the hiring manager's perspective. Yes, they're very busy. They don't have time to even they looked at so many positions that you have applied to. They would rather just look at the ones that are applied to like maybe 10. I get it. It's a pandemic. You want if you're a program manager, sure, apply for program management position with 10 different teams. That's understandable, right? But if you are going for program managers, technical program manager, business analyst, data, and it's all over the place, you're going to lose a lot of their interest. I'm saying this from experience. I feel like someone's going to bash me for the comment I just made, but that is the truth. That is the truth. That's been my experience with all of the players I work for. And by the way, should you guys be interested to connect with me via LinkedIn, I would love that. But please don't reach out to me on LinkedIn asking me to review your LinkedIn profile for you. This is what the session is for. I'm giving you twice of this every single week. Okay? I appreciate you, but I just don't have the bandwidth to go through so many messages because I do wanted to get past you guys. 1 minute for Charles. Yes, 1 minute is absolutely max for your story. Asish, 45 second. If you really want to ace your job interview, 45 second from Asish is highly, highly recommended. Okay? Amazon or not, 45 second is a long time because when I conduct my weekly coaching and there's generally about 15 to 20 people per each session that joined, if I'm looking at the camera and my Zoom, I can tell that people are falling asleep and yawning within 30 seconds if they're not interested in what you're saying. And why is that important? Because your interviewers, guys, are you ready for this? They're not going to have your background. They're not. So you need to keep them entertained. You need to talk about relevancy. And the shorter you can make it in how you're able to solve the problem and taking them through very quickly with your business impact, you are going to allow them to ask you a number of probing questions that would easily kill a 45-minute, an hour interview. All right? Iman says, To all of you landing a job at Amazon, yay, woohoo! Carlos, how important are recommendations? Oh, I like this. How important are recommendations? I love recommendations. It's kind of like this. If you guys choose to work with a career coach, would you work with me if I have no recommendation? Or would you work with me before working with me? You read what my previous clients wrote, and they all have um, a name tag of Amazon in it already, right? Because it is super powerful. I would think back of a time where you have a great relationship or done some good work with um, previous managers or even customers and ask them to write you an endorsement. Okay, people do look at that stuff, especially if you're working for companies that they are not known of. Recommendations definitely help explain a little bit of what you've done. And Suram or anyone else, if you have a questions, if you wanted to super chat me, you're more than welcome to. So your question can come up right away, like obey me now. Because if not, if you keep on copy and pasting your question below, you are spamming me and everyone else here. Obey me now says, any advice for the first 1 to 30 days at Amazon? Well, your first 30 days is really hard, obey me now. I talked a bit about this last Tuesday stream. You should check that out. Actually, I have. If you guys look at my previous live stream, there's timestamp on there. It tells you exactly what the topic is, so you're not wasting your time watching the entire stream. I talked a lot about being new on Amazon. Within your first week, you should be able to meet everyone you needed to meet. Amazon, especially now, a lot of folks are still working remote. I don't know when they'll be physically going back in the office, because driving through, I actually live in the hub of Amazon at the moment. In fact, my condominium building is extremely Amazon heavy. I know that, but the t-shirt they're wearing that says Alexa or Amazon military on it, okay? You have to be able to be extremely self-motivated and driven there, meaning your manager is going to give you a launch plan. Launch plan meaning in your first week, this is what you should be doing, this is what you should be learning. You do that, and highly recommend you to do that quickly and move on. Don't spend the first 90 days going to your launch plan. Okay? Do not do that. I'm not sure if your manager is going to share that with you, because at Amazon, I had the opportunity to work for 3 different org. I started at Kindle, I went to consumer, and my last project was devices, because I just love consumer electronics. Okay? And in every single one of this org, even as an internal transfer employee, you still have to interview for the role, by the way. But every time you change teams and org at Amazon, it's like working for a whole new company all over again, because the language are not even the same. You need to learn how the system works, how reporting works. Sure, the STAR method and interviewing, all of that's the same, but you need to really dive deep into what problem you're trying to solve, what is your role, and what is the expectation, and how you're being measured from your manager. And I talk about good and bad manager. That video is called Why Good Employees Quit. If you haven't already, check that out. A good manager should be to really highlight of how you're going to be able to make it through your first year there is critical. Okay. Personal advice, you should immediately leverage the people who are in your team. Okay. Everyone is really busy, extremely busy, but you should really try to find a mentor. It doesn't matter if you are a level 7, which is a senior manager, entry level. It doesn't matter. I have a mentor. I have 2 mentor at Amazon. Every time I change team, I kept the same mentorship, because sometimes your first mentor may not work out for you. Your mentor is someone who helped you come up to speed. If you have a questions with, for example, dealing with like communication, writing proposal, whatever position that you're in, they will help you. That's why it's good to see who has been with the organization longer. My mentor was at Amazon for 10 years, and she was a VP. She's phenomenal. Hey, Kelly, if you're watching this, you're amazing. Anyway, you need to do that. You need to find a mentor, and also you have an onboarding buddy, but you need someone to be on your side to help you with your success, where you don't bug them, by the way. you probably would meet with them bi-weekly at first and later on once a month to help you get ramped up. But in a 3 months time frame, my friend, you should be executing something live. Okay, that's Amazon. So do not spend the entire first 30 days and just looking at your launch plan. You should be in a normal day within 30 days, you should already be planning your travel international and making magic happen. Okay. I feel my first wreck at the end of the week at Amazon. Put it that way. Bear in the wild. I have LinkedIn profile the same. I feel like I need to fix it up before asking you to review it more. Go for it, Bear in the Wild. You're welcome, Clift. Okay. Let's see here. I am going to do this very quickly. Oh, sorry, almost spilled my coffee. I'm going to do this very, very quickly. This is Friday, so I'm not going to have a limit today. I'm going to pull this up. Here I am. Yes, I'm looking at the second screen. Yes, I'm behind on my messages. Okay, so this is. Let's see if that is you. Yay, I found you. Okay. Ooh, I like the channel art. Check that out. This is someone from technology or IT just by the RPG light in the background. Love it. Okay. Let's see here. Open for software engineering career opportunity XML intern. I wouldn't put XML intern. Machine learning is machine learning. I would just simply just say machine learning and I would spell it all out like that. And also in parentheses, put ML. Again, everything that you put on your LinkedIn profile is going to help you get found. Okay. So if you're going to put buzzword, no one's going to put XML, just put ML. I would just put ML. I wouldn't even put the name of the company unless it was a brand name company or so. You want this part to attract the recruiter. 4-year a BTech, no, I would remove this. I like this. You see where my eyes are getting it? I like the technical stuff that you put on here. It's not important about your education. I would remove all of it. Like this right here, I would remove this part. Okay? I would simply just put, I would remove that. I would put ML and in parentheses machine learning. I would put basically what area you would consider yourself knowledgeable, which means you can do the job. Okay, give me a thumbs up, Akko. Let me know if that part makes sense to you. Hands-on experience in Python programming. Ada. Okay. See where we're going. Email. Remove this because the biggest pet peeve of mine is putting links on here that people can't click. If I were you, I will not put it on here. Again, there's a lot of robots on there unless you want to get spam. Somebody is going to spam you to death if you really put down your email address on here, okay? If a recruiter wanted to reach out to you or an employer, they have InMail. InMail will allow them to reach out to you for free. With the email address associated with your LinkedIn profile anyway. So I would get rid of your email address. I like this. Up here, I would replace that with technical skills. I would call this technical skills in cap. I like this. Okay, if you can expand more, it would be better, but I like this. This is cool. I just talked about, I'm contradicting myself now, guys. I just talked about not putting link here because you can't click on the link. But okay, sure, if you wanted to do that because it is GitHub, people only put things on GitHub because they're proud of the project that they have done, most likely is coding. So that's pretty cool. All of this stuff, I don't know what this is, but if it's techie, it's going to help you with the buzzwords, especially right here. Oh, this is your hacker rank score. I see what you're doing. Okay. All right, sure. Why not? That's thinking outside of the box. That's just think big and dive deep. All right. Oh, I like you. If I was a recruiter, I would absolutely reach out to you because I can tell that you're putting in a lot of effort. It takes a lot to have a profile even on GitHub and a lot of the work that he's already done, an example of his coding ability to solve problem is all here as well. That's cool. interest in solving problem, data structure, and algorithm. Join. Oh, you even have a Discord community. That's awesome. So my coaching platform is actually based on Discord. I know Discord very well. Constant learner. Okay. Oh, that's cool. This is a learner right here. Can you guys tell? This is a learner. I like it. Nice profile. Thank you for letting me review this. That was fun. Can you guys tell how excited I am when it comes to tech? Software engineering intern. Okay. Learned. Okay. Debugging, moderation. Okay. Okay. I like this. Nothing is wrong with this. I would maybe put a short sentence up here, like 1 to 2 sentences, just highlighting of what you are responsible for, and then um, this is what you are doing. But what are you hire? What are you respond? Oh, sorry. What are you responsible for? I don't want to click on JP Morgan. Okay. Machine learning intern. This is a very, very good intern profile. I love it. Love, love, love it. This is nice. Education, okay. Very nice education. You remember how I'm contradicting myself again? Earlier, I mentioned to remove the date of education on your LinkedIn profile to eliminate age discrimination. But if you are an intern, then yes, I would recommend that you put the date on here. I'm referring to if you're not an intern, you're industry hired, I wouldn't put it on here. The reason being is that oftentimes what I've seen recruiters do and even hiring managers, they look at the fact that you have been graduated, like let's just say graduated college, that is 20 years ago, and immediately they lose interest because they would hire someone fresh from the market or whatever that may be. I'm just trying to help you guys out in any way to eliminate biases when it comes to seniority, position, so on and so forth. Okay. That's why the one thing that I would recommend senior level folks to do is remove the date of graduation. This is cool. This is really nice. I mean, I actually don't have a whole lot of feedback for you, except over here, I would make this more appealing. Okay. Open for software engineering career, software engineering career. Yeah, you could do that. Or you could just put roles, however you want. But over here, I feel like if you wanted to add more stuff on the tech space, let's come back here. If you have experience with AWS or Google Cloud, this is really big buzzword right here to move it up here. Okay, I would have done that. These are really big languages, especially Python. And you mentioned I think you mentioned Python. There you go. Python programming. It needs to come up here. I would program. Sorry, Python needs to be up here. I would say React. You're naming a lot of the front end technologies, front end, back end technologies, but it's good for you to for software of full stack software engineering. You need to talk about like Python. If you have experience with Java or C or C++ is very big. At the bare minimum, Python. Okay. You don't need MySQL up there. Okay. I like this and Python the most. Great work. Thank you for letting me show you off to the community. I'm back. Okay. Carlos, can you check mind? Oh, okay. Caller want to join the party. Oh, this is so much fun. I think I'm going to re-edit this video and make this LinkedIn profile review. Carlos, I'm going to have my own playlist called LinkedIn profile reviews, guys. Carlos E. Yanis. Which one are you, Carlos? Because you don't have your photo on here. Is this you? If this is not you, I apologize. Somebody by your name is gonna get their LinkedIn review, so I'm assuming that this is you. Okay. Carlos, can you please put it down on the bottom and let me know this is you, Carlos? Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome, Aku, of course. It's a pleasure. Obey Me Now says, you guys are so funny. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, the one thing I noticed right away, you see his LinkedIn profile picture is a nice photo, but the image quality suffer. I would retake that with even on your phone, go to portrait mode. Basically, you want every single thing to pop, as mentioned. Okay, cloud and database administrator. That is nice, but you need a lot more meat on your headline. Okay. And I will give you an example. I would also put automation. I would put automation up there as well. And the automation, actually, this is really good. If you truly consider yourself an expert in this area, that I will move it up here, my friend. Seriously. This is fine. I would put like either a bullet or I don't know what you call it, like this right here, this thing right here. And I would copy and paste everything from down there to up here by using the little dash like this over here. Okay. So again, this is allowing the recruiter to aim at you. Okay. You want to be found. If this is truly what you've done in over 2 years and a half. Migration is a really big buzzword for administrator. Do you see what I mean by areas of domain? You have to make yourself pop. Even this over here, these are all your technical expertise. You should have a section over here under your about site like this. It needs to pop more. Like, for example, I see a lot of folks put driven, self motivated. They don't really care about that. They don't. They just want to hear, like, how many, this is what I mean by my simplistic way of using the STAR method. How many years of experience do you have? Let me give you an example. Okay. Let me just show you instead of telling you. Okay. Give me a moment to meditate here. Wow. Really good background. Your goal was to be an information system and you even got a degree out of that. So you have um is this 13 years? Wow. Okay. So I'm seeing a whole lot. I'm seeing someone who's very passionate in learning and who's definitely an expert in Oracle database administrator. Listen, Carlos, it is so easy for you to land job interviews with your background because it is so obvious that you are an expert in this space. You have what? Let's just call yourself 15 years of experience, okay? 15 years. Okay. Over here, or tell me about yourself. This piece right here, I would simply just say 15 plus years of experience. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Carlos. 15 plus years over here. Okay. Tell me about yourself, Carlos. I have 15 years of experience as a cloud and Oracle database administrator, as well as an Oracle principal instructor. My passion is it's building great automation using technology such as boom, 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 right here in solving issues relating to cloud computing. And just stop right there. The second sentence, how you end it, is why should they hire you? And this is an appropriate time where I should talk about what was like here. This is all good, but I can't tell how large of a system you're able to automate. When you talk about migration to databases or upgrading or all of this stuff, I would need it. This is good. Don't erase it, but I need something that pop. Like, for instance, saving my clients, you know, migrating a database with 10,000 user or something. Okay. Let me know who your customers are. What is your business impact? How many users have you impact? And because of your hard work, migrating automation on the cloud computing platform, what has that changed with the workforce? Okay. So it needs to pop in that sense for me. Really good. I really, really like it. This is excellent. And because you have been here for so long, pre-sale consultant, sure, you can do it like that, but I feel like a lot of the tech stuff is missing. You see how up here I like this much more than this. These are all like broken down paragraph. Your LinkedIn profile is not a place where you put chunks and chunks of paragraph. It is a place where you talk about your achievements. Okay? On your technical skills, this is your technical skills right here. You need a section. You have so many, my friend. Put a section, technical skills, and I would also put domain expertise. Expertise is also the industry, okay? This is also from, by the way, I love Spain. I'm not using my Spain cup for the first time. Love, love, love Madrid. I used to go there almost every single month for recruiting events for Amazon. I would put 2 sentences, what you're responsible for, and that could also include being responsible to update migration like this could just be two sentences of its own, like this. It could be its own sentences, or even this whole turn it into sentences. But I need more high level achievement on why it is. What is the most critical business achievement that you have done that makes you unique so you can get a principal or a senior position? You have a lot of experiences and you are definitely not mid-level. Okay? That's what I would have done. Like, this is, as a recruiter, this is when I'm looking at your background. God, I'm dying to show a LinkedIn profile, but one of my customers is not here today, so I can't ask for her permission. And she has your similar background and everything just popped left and right. But the first thing you do, please remove the photo and give me a better image. Add more technical terminologies on here. Fix your about me. I need to see all of your technical stuff on here, even like your most memorable highlights. Okay, your achievement. Over here, you need to pimp it a lot more, especially here. When you spend 13 and a half years, I'm not going to read it. I will not read this. Rather than this, your main responsibility, this could just be its own sentences and merge them together. And what are all your highlights? This, they don't need to know. Okay? What have you done? All right. Let's go back. I know I've been told that I can be very detailed. All right. Go back. Hey, David. Good to see you. Anurag, can you review mine? Anurag. Okay, Anurag. Let's play here. Is there anyone else watching? 35 people are still with me. If you're still with me and you're really shy, you really needed your LinkedIn profile reviewed, but you're not sure if you wanted to give it out to the world, at least give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're still watching. Again, everyone have their own style of reviewing your profile. If you go to like a branding specialist, theirs may be completely different, but my eyesight is for employers of getting known for hiring managers and recruiters, so that may be completely different from theirs, okay? All righty, you are next, Nurek. Sorry. Nurek. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, which one are you? Which one are you? Because there's quite a few and I don't want to waste my time looking at the wrong thing. I don't know which one you are because if I click result, there's quite a few. Let me know what company you're current at or where you are at so that I can find you. Okay? Let me just go back. David, new member. David, I thought you've been here before. Everyone, can we welcome David to the community? Lena, hi. I just finished a call interview with 2 hiring managers literally 5 minutes ago. Sourcing manager food at Amazon Go. Oh, that's so much fun. It was only 50 minutes. Does that mean it was not good? No, 50 minutes is enough time. That's a lot of time to interview a soul. Okay. Typically within the first 15 minutes, half an hour max, we could figure out if you can make it to the next round or not. Fingers crossed for you, Lena. Ooh, let's just say, yay! Apple wants to continue interviewing our friend RP. Like I've said, either you're interviewing at Apple or whatever company, if you follow my format in my behavioral questions with the playlist I just showed you guys already, and also using the most simplistic STAR method, you're going to land an offer. Jonathan, this is really cool photo. Look at this. I love it. That's like Friday image in back of his car, or driving his car, I should say. Should be providing only professional examples or personal life example are good too. Listen, guys, anytime when you are applying for a job or anything related to employment, you want it to only stick to career related, okay? Nothing personal, nothing. Unless you're like me and you have a kid throwing balls in my face, then sure. If you can help it, just keep things professional. Jadish, our member, happy to report after 2 phones I was being routed to L6 manager. Woohoo! Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. This is a delayed reaction because I've been busy Um, reviewing your LinkedIn profile. Woo! Yay! You all made my Friday. I think you are number 6 today showing up, but there's been 6 in additional to the 9 or 10. So there's been a lot of people who are still landing job offer. What does that tell us? That's telling us that the market hasn't stopped, guys. It has not stopped. So please, I know that it could be very discouraged at this time, but don't stop. Do not stop doing what you're doing. Continue pumping those star stories. Okay? Hi, haven't seen you in a while. Baltimore, hey. Hoping you're well. Todd B here from LinkedIn, as always, loving the content. Hey, Todd. Dun 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 dun. Invaluable shaping people. Your videos and guidance is amazing, invaluable in shaping. Oh, thank you so much. Well, thank you for this statement because I think that my videos quality and production have still a long way to go. You guys can tell that every time when my subscriber count goes up, I'm improving my gear. It took me a while, guys. I took a 4 months break if you've noticed. I've been doing YouTube for a year and a half now, but I took a 4 months break. Even when I didn't take a break, I was releasing a video like once a month. So I haven't really focused on it until the pandemic because I saw an urgent need to talk about Amazon. That was the only company that was hiring for the first 4 months when COVID-19 hit. Okay. That and along with a lot of the cloud computing companies have more open opportunities. I just saw a huge gap to help people in pushing them to those environments. But guess what? I could proudly say that over 120 people just off of my YouTube community alone are working at Amazon right now. Okay. There's at least 120 of them. And for those who are in my coaching platform, generally 85% of them are going to Amazon. Most of them are at Amazon. Very few are at Apple and Google, but they end up landing a job that they're really excited for. A couple of them end up working for startup that they're now very excited. Okay. I don't care. I personally don't care what job offer you have land. What I do care is to help you put food on the table because I know time are still very hard. So many people, so many millions of people, and I live in Seattle, and every corner you turn, there's a tent up on the street. Okay. So my intent is to get your bills paid and also making sure you're getting the right offer. Okay, that's really important because if not, you'll be stuck and you'll be miserable and it's going to affect your personal life. I've been there. I know. Obey me now. Did you just give me 2 super chat? I feel like you just gave me 2 super chat. Thank you so much for your second super chat and thank you for being here. Ooh, in Chinese. By the way, that's Lee and that is my last name. Of course, anytime. Ariane, writing interview, judgment. Oh, here you go. This is a good one. Let me move this. Writing interview, judgment call or innovation. That's true. Yep. Um, if you guys really think about it, innovation and judgment call is very, very similar. If you go with either one of them, it's really depending on your best story. What is the most innovative things that you've done? Well, Ariana, it's funny that you mentioned. Where is that one? It's this one right here. This is my example. Okay. Go ahead and do a print screen right here, right now. I also have a video on this as well. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. You can do yours just like that. Okay. That's the most innovative thing example. Judgment call is really similar. It basically you solve a challenge or problem business needs and what is your judgment call, and this has a lot to do with think big and dive deep and how you're able to influence in delivering the business impact, right? I mean, to me, I think answering the most innovative, it's much easier and better flow. It's really depending on you. Okay. A lot of the folks in my community are going after the judgment call because that's just happened to be the examples that they have. Obey me now. Obey me now. Thank you, Holly, for that. You're welcome, of course. Oh no, Charles, I did miss your LinkedIn profile review. Well, because I didn't even see it. That's why. Let's go do that right now, okay? Sorry, guys, the allergy is really kicking me. Charles, Charles, Charles. There you are, Charles. Love, love, love. Nice. I really like your picture. It's just me being picky. You don't have to, but I would highly recommend that you maybe have a higher quality photo. It looks like you've taken the photo. I don't know, the graphic just needs to be sharper. Okay. Love your suit and tie. Okay. You don't have to wear your suit and tie again, but just do so. And when you guys have your LinkedIn profile, make sure your personality shine through. Okay. What I mean by that is smile, just show the funness of you. Charles, you've been with me for at least 2 months in my live stream, and your energy, I can feel your energy by the type of questions. You're very energetic. When I'm looking at your photo, it's just that there's a thing with suit and tie that comes off a little bit tense. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying if you're going to do it, make it fun. I do love this. Global enterprise support, certified AW. I like it. I like it. What is your role? I like all of this here. I can tell that you have a lot of cloud experience with AWS. I will not put certified entry level, or I will not announce anything entry level. So I would remove this. Okay. I would simply just remove this. Windows administrator. Okay. I would simply just put Python programmer and remove this part. And up here, I should be able to tell what kind of role you would be a great fit for just by reading this. Again, the same feedback that I've given everyone. This is very important. I need to know how many years of experience you have and what has been your business impact in solving the type of you talk about offering challenges, infrastructure, all of this. You're basically describing your responsibility or your task, but you're not telling me what you have completed or done. Okay, this is excellent. So rather than putting it here, I would remove this and put it on here, Charles. Okay, like here, I'm not in my own LinkedIn profile right now, but if you go, you know what? I'm just going to show you guys. So if I go on here, if you click me, if you go on view profile, if you go on edit right here, you can even feature that. Okay, there's a feature section here. If this is your own profile, Charles, and everybody else is watching, you can feature your stuff. You can actually like add stuff on here, and you want to, especially when you've written something and that's your stuff. Here, you see how I have featured some of the stuff that I've done, and this is my best performing video. I don't know why, because it's a horrible video, by the way, right here. When you click edit, you go on the very, very bottom. You see how you have an option to load a PDF file, upload something that you've written or done or published, or a link. Basically, what you do is you put the link. It could be a link of an article or video or whatnot, and you really wanted to add this link right there for you. Okay, this one right here. Okay, because this is something that you actually have written and it's your project. Okay. This, no one really cares about it. When you talk about yourself on your resume, on LinkedIn, or anywhere, try to avoid saying things like being flexible, having great communication skill. Basically, things that are very generalizing, because those are the areas where when you are in the interview process, the interviewer will evaluate your communication skill. If you demonstrate strong bias for action or ownership, which means you are you have the drive of hunger in delivering results, so they can tell a whole bunch of that during the interview process. So save all that stuff for the interview and not so much here. But for me, it's really missing who have you helped? What was your success? Okay. And the same feedback I've given everyone else. What is your expertise? What is your areas of expertise over here? Okay. This is not your about me is not a block style. This is where you are making your achievement shines by pulling every single areas where the recruiter is going to look at it and say, Oh, wow. Okay, he would be a good fit for, ABC because right now, even I haven't read this, but I'm just glancing through. It did not catch my eye, and I still don't know what you've done. I know you have experience in cloud because you mentioned it earlier right here, right? But not, I don't know what would be a good role for you. Client technical lead is good, but IBM is a consultancy, management consultancy company. So I would almost just wanted to put in parentheses what kind of technical lead, like what is your expertise? What have you done? Right? I would put the same feedback that I've given everyone else. Just give me like 2 sentences describing what is your niche. What is your specialty right here. This here is great, by the way. I like this. I will not call yourself a contributor. I would simply just say um, completion of a critical 2-year project to migrate this and this. Okay. Though I wanted to tell you that at an Amazon environment, you probably have about a couple months to do a 2-year project. Just a heads up. Windows technical lead for 3 large clients worth. Okay, I like that. That's good. You see where it got my attention? I saw this. Evaluate, implement technical. This is very basic for me. This is what you should have done. Even system administrator level would do this because if you're going to be a client lead, why is this significant? Is there any way you can turn it to higher level achievement for me? Interactions with, okay, I love the fact that you're throwing brand name companies on here. Interaction with, um, these are really IBM. So over here, I would just simply just put, you see up here, over here, the first thing I would put is X, AT&T, and IBM because that stood out more for me if I'm looking at this because when you're reaching out to people or the recruiters looking at your profile, this is going to pop with your image, right? You don't want the first thing they look at is you are a support person and you got certified. When someone gets certified, it doesn't mean that they could do the job. So rather than saying that, I would simply just put X, IBM, and AT&T um technical lead. I would call it like that. That made you stood out more. What kind of technical lead? You could simply just, you could even say systems technical lead. Okay. As I'm reading through your LinkedIn profile, to be honest with you, I don't know what you would be a good fit for because you're not really diving deep in how you have built technologies, what type of technologies, how you're taking these companies like the brand spanking name right here from A through Z and what was your contribution and business impact. So I can't really tell. Um, so for me, I'm not really sure what you are a good fit for. And unless you want to be a system administrator, it looks like you could do a lot more. So I would spend more time in beefing up your credentials, especially your technical impact. Okay. As mentioned earlier, you want to remove the date of your education because it's been a while. Okay. I'm only saying that for myself. I think I have, did I remove mine? Making sure that I'm taking my own advice here. Okay. I mean, I've graduated oh, thank God I removed it. I graduated a very, very long time ago as well. And as you can tell, I've removed it. The only thing I did not remove was I actually went back to school and got certified as a career coach just so that I can get taught on how to, not how to coach, but to see if I'm missing anything so I could provide better services to my customers. Okay, great. So that is all the tip I have for you, Charles. Let me know if I've answered your question. Mohammed, how are you? How about my LinkedIn profile? Mohammed, I'm not really sure what your name is. When you guys are making comments like that, you need to really let me know because sometimes your first and last name is very common and I'm very ADD when it comes to work. I have my attention span is 5 seconds. Mohammed Mustafa Ali. I'm assuming that this is you. If it's not you, I apologize for anyone I'm reviewing right now. Oh, this is a nice photo. It's a really nice photo, but I would love it if you smile a little bit for me. As mentioned earlier in the background, especially right now, so many people have been affected by the pandemic. You don't want to look like everybody else. Their background is blank, just like this. Okay? So Please do fix it for me. Okay. Let me do this. This is too much for me. This is too much bullets for me. I want you to take a look at the feedback that I've given to Cliff, to Charles, to Carlos, the same thing. This doesn't really tell me anything. If I'm the recruiter, I'm definitely not going to read this. You don't want to talk about your education and your certification here because you have already mentioned that here. Okay? Okay. You need to add a lot more meat. And if you are a network security engineer, I need to see a technical skills on here and tell me all of your tech skills. I would also have a security domain on here and put every single thing you have done as security domain. For example, CCNA, awesome. CCNA, CCNP, those are all the domain area, right? MCSE. By the way, if you looked at my LinkedIn earlier, here, guys, I am actually CCNA certified when I got my Associates of Science in Computer Networking. Yes, I wanted to be a network engineer originally. I don't like the plus. The plus just looks maybe it's just me. I don't like the plus. I would rather have a small bullet or something that could stick out. You see, it's just not clean. Okay? If you're going to put something in one sentence like this, I will follow the format. Okay? I would just say next gen firewall concurrent administrative music. I would simply just say I would simply just call it firewall configuration administration, put 2 bullet on the next sentence and put all of this here, and I would move this as your last bullet. Okay? And let's just see what else you have done. Okay, I like this. I providing different banks, troubleshooting different types of problems, experience. Here's the thing. If you are going to say troubleshooting different types of problems, remember how I talk about being specific? You have to be very specific in what you are referring to because this is very general. I would simply just say troubleshooting troubleshooting complex technical problem, or simply call it solving technical problems such as, and then you list them. You see where I'm going? Network engineer. Okay. Were you an intern here for 2 months? Just curious. Internship? Okay. Yeah, I would just be just a little tiny bit more organized on here to highlight your achievement more. Okay. All right, Mohammed. Smile. Give me a smile. As a network engineer, it's not a requirement to put a suit and tie. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story here about suit and tie and why I talk about suit and tie so much. In fact, if you are a member of let me just show you really quick here, guys. I noticed that I want to say talk is cheap. Let me just show you how. It's slow because I got a lot of stuff. Let me close this. Okay, this is my business website. If you go to download or block either one of them, if you go to download, if you download this, and eventually I'm going to have more things here. My team is actually working on building out a lot of my free templates and guide to help you. Everything's going to have a video and so on and so forth. Okay. If you fill this out, in full disclosure, you're just going to receive my weekly reminder. When you do that, when I remind you, for example, last night, I included a template of my best strategies and how you can beef up your LinkedIn profile. Okay. So you do want to be my subscribed member on my business site, and it is right here. My business address, and this is called the star template, is on every single one of my video. You cannot miss it. Okay. Vaneet, how are you, Vaneet? It's so cold. Where's my heater? Could you please review mine? I should be in your connection. Okay, let's see here. Vaneet, LinkedIn. If you guys are still having a good time, can I get a thumbs up? If you're still with me, you're still listening, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are here. Give me a star, give me something. Vineet? Is it Vineet Patel? Oh no. Vineet Joshi. I have a lot of Vineet in my life. Okay, here you are. I think I found you. Let me share my screen here really quick. Thank God for this iMac. Without this, I won't be able to stream with you guys and see all of this stuff. Okay, Vineet, I'm thinking this is you, okay? The same thing. This looks like you cut this for this just looks like someone who doesn't put any effort in their LinkedIn profile. You need to fix that immediately with a better image, okay? Every feedback that I gave everyone about this part, do the same thing. Here, I can tell that you have project if you're going to say senior project manager and project leader, pick one or the other. I would just remove project leader and just project manager. Just put project leader or project owner. Okay. Let's see here. I actually really like this. Your specialty, this is fine. You can leave your specialty. It's very, very cramped. I will call your specialty as in project management, technical delivery. This is all good, but from the moment you start talking about technical environment, separate all of that to its own session called technical experiences. Okay, if not, it just looks like you're cramming everything up. It looks messy. And here you need a space. This, you don't even need to mention what you're currently doing. Get rid of it because you are going to talk about that in your work history. As a project leader, delivering complex projects spinning across the technology stack using BI tools, mainframe. I like that. Now you're providing a little more depth. Let projects for who? Because I wanted to feel who your customers are. A lot of projects for XYZ global across functional teams of developers, resulting in what? Because this is all good, but I don't see the result of your work. Okay, so that's a feedback. No, my friend, just turn that in its own paragraph of what you have done. Deliver critical, okay, that's good. Manage budget. You've been here for 4 years. So I need to see at the bare minimum 3 bullets on here, okay? And don't use that. It doesn't look as clean as like I've mentioned earlier. Same thing with the rest of it. Yeah, this is too much. People are not going to read all of that. Be very, very clean. What is your achievement? If you're going to be here for 5 years, give me like 5 different bullets. Be very short to the point. What have you delivered? What was your deliverables? And give me a couple sentences describing what you've done. Like right here, as a project manager, I was responsible for delivering to strategic data warehouse project like this, right? Perfect. And what was your business impact? We try to be very careful, guys. Don't talk so great and highly is a good thing of what you've done, but there's no results. At the end, it's all about what you have done and what was your contribution. Remember what I talk about specific example. Can all of you guys please repeat after me? Specific example. Okay, you need specific example. Okay, and you know how I feel about the date on employment. Oops, sorry. Okay, that's it. That is it. Maria, hello, Maria. Mine is too horrible and you probably have a heart attack. Baltimore, thank you so much for the super chat. That is Todd. Appreciate the, of course. I'm still watching your event. Wow, you're from Vietnam. Lena is from Vietnam. Woohoo! I am what is called fresh from the boat from Vietnam. It's due for me to do an origin story of how I end up being a career coach. But yeah, I was born and raised in Vietnam. Some part of me is Vietnamese and some part is Chinese. I have no clue which part, but when I left the country, I was 8. It's awesome getting people from the motherland watching me. Awesome. Vanny, hello. You welcome, Jadish. Gloria, I didn't know I was expecting you today. Sajanya, hi Sajanya. When you guys respond to me, it's really letting me know who's watching me because there are times that I have 150 people watching and with 14 thumbs up, I'm not sure if things I'm talking make sense to you and I don't want to waste your time. I don't. So if I am, I love critical feedback. That's what the community center is for. Let me know what your liking is and I can talk more about it. But for now, a lot of people care about LinkedIn reviewed and reviewing your story, basically reviewing everything. Okay. You're welcome, Mohammed. Star, star, star. Vidhi. Hey, Vidhi. Hey, Vanny. Iman says still here. Anorik says you were trying to review mine but couldn't find mine earlier. Okay, I got it. Let me do it again then. Okay. It's all good. Let's just do it again. You're my last review of the day. Anurag Gupta at PayPal. My goodness, how many of you are there? Is it this one? Are we connected on LinkedIn? I don't feel like we are because if we're connected on LinkedIn, you should be able to come up. Without showing you every single thing on my screen, I'm just going to look up my network and find you, okay? And I'm sorry, guys, if you want me to look at your profile or review anything or answer your questions on LinkedIn, I am weeks and weeks behind. In fact, my team is going to start coming in and helping me and just directing you to the right funnel for me because I'm truly overwhelmed. The holidays is the busiest time for me for some reason. I guess you guys are having some time in searching on YouTube video, but my goal is getting back to you as quickly as I can. Okay. Um, right now, Anouk, I'm trying to find you on here. Okay, I found you. See, that's all it takes. Give me a second for me to pull you up. Dun, dun, dun. I found you. There you go. No, my friend, you need to take another photo. Your chin is up. Just do this, okay? Even if you look at my profile picture right here or this person, right? I have no clue who this person is. Just come back. I love the smile and your energy. You know, very very nice gentleman. Even this person, I don't know who she is, but you want to make sure that you have better quality. It's just better quality to stand out. Okay, everything I just mentioned about your channel art, you guys know how I feel about that. You don't need to make it fancy. You just make yourself stand out on every single thing. I would simply just put IT portfolio and program delivery manager at PayPal. PayPal is a brand name, so do brag about it. Okay, brag. You have the bragging, and you've been there for 5 years. Come on now. Okay, listen, my friend. Here's how I'm going to help you. You see this information technology program manager at PayPal right here, right here. Okay, that's the first thing you're going to say. You're also going to put portfolio manager, like right here. You know how you IT portfolio delivery manager. You could just put. You see this little bar here. So after you put your position tile at PayPal, you put the little. I don't know what this thing is called. Can someone please tell me what this thing is called on the bottom? Um. Anyway, you wanted to do that, and underneath that, you want to put technology portfolio manager. Get rid of and. You're not writing a sentence. This is your headline, okay? Put the little line there and put program delivery manager. Put a line. I don't know why there's two line here. Just put one line. Infrastructure, one line. And you don't need this because you don't want to. This doesn't really tell me much. Remove that PMO management. Yes, you can keep that. My goodness. Oh my God. And you should probably put Cisco up there because Cisco is a brand name. When you have had brand name company, you want to talk about brand name. Okay? Because if I see Cisco on there, immediately I know that you have some type of networking or networking infrastructure experience without me. You see what I'm doing here? Going up and down. If I'm a recruiter, I don't have time to do that. 5 second, you make it or break it, and I'll move on very quickly. Okay? Alrighty. Accomplished result oriented IT professional track record. No, don't do any of that. Simply just say technology a technology portfolio and program delivery manager with over XYZ number of experience delivering and remove all of that stuff. Delivering, right? I'm sorry, leading diverse cross-functional technologies team through concept to closure in fast-paced environment such as PayPal and Cisco, my friend. My friend, you need to brag a little bit about the accomplishment you've done. Years of hands-on experience. Don't No one cares about that. Simply just put hands-on leader, hands-on leader with a background in IT strategy, enterprise infrastructure, IT service. Okay, this is no, you don't need all of that. You could say that in over here. Core competency, give me a section that says technical expertise down here. Okay. Over here, remove all of this. Just give me one sentence, in one sentence or two, what was your impact? Because over here, you talk about leading diverse cross-functional team for a fast-paced environment like a PayPal, right? Or like a Cisco. What is your business impact? Boom, right there. Okay. Same thing. The same feedback I've given everyone. You've been here for 5 years, my friend. So my expectation for you is very high. Give me 5 bullets. What was your business impact? Right here, responsible for, don't ever use the word responsible on a LinkedIn profile because it's time for you to pop. When they see responsible for or what I've done, I'm like, that's just, it's very soft. So the things that you're putting on your LinkedIn, especially when you've been at a company like a brand name company for that long, you want to like ownership. You want to be so proud and say something like, delivering roadmap and security services globally, impacting, you know what, 1 million customers, 2 million, 5 million customers, like that. You know, you want to be very, very strong with your impact because this is really telling me nothing about your scope. You talk about global a couple times, but what about global? Okay. And over here, you talk about cloud integration and migration, which is a big deal with every single tech companies right now, right? Because everything is cloud. But what have you done in that space? Okay. I feel like I'm looking at you right now. I feel like you can give me at least 5 bullets. Okay. Over here, I want you to think very hard and give me 3 bullets on what made you stood out. Again, you talk about cloud in every single one of your employment, but I don't know what you've done with cloud migration and how you're able to impact like enterprise application user. Right here, I'm looking at this. So you need to give me the ROI on what you've done. Okay. This looks really messy. See, this is why I don't like the plus and minus. It's too. And if you're gonna put one sentence, just be 10 sentences with all, not 1 or 2 or 1, 2, 3. You see where I'm going? You see where I'm going? It's just, it doesn't look as clean. I know, I'm just very nitpicky. And if you're going to use a bullet, perfect. Use a bullet for everything. You can't go bullet and then plus and minus on different one. So you need to really clean it up, okay? Excellent. I will remove the year of your education. How do you guys like the free LinkedIn review, you guys? If you're still having fun with me, please say yes, still having fun right here. I'm going to look very quickly to see if I'm missing anyone before I'm calling this a day. It was second one on your screen. Louise Pena, hello from Texas. VT and Lena says, oh my God, I'm so excited and proud to know another Vietnamese fellow. By the way, star and stickers are not available in Vietnam. Wow, what? No way. Please talk with YouTube. Oh no, that's horrible. If you are my paid YouTube member community, I've actually created emojis for you, not the star emoji, but I have my own emoji. Like right now, I can tell who is my paid member and who isn't. And the answers that I'm going through are the ones who are my paid member. Okay. By the way, talking about them, let me pull them back just to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Holly, what are you doing? Okay. That's what you need to do. Okay. When you do that, there is a little emoji. For example, I'm looking at Barry in a while. It'll say eat, sleep, star. And when you have been with me on the second month or third month as a membership, you get different emoji and you can actually drop the emojis down. Okay. Alrighty. Caesar having fun. Yay. RP having fun. Vanit, you welcome. Vidya, Yeah, let me look at the time here. Okay, let's do a really quick one here because I'm obsessed with my customer and I cannot leave until I know, especially as a Friday, it makes you feel better. I know for a fact. We are not connected on LinkedIn. Vidhi, why are we not connected? Because my fault. Because it was my fault. Because I did not accept your LinkedIn. Sorry about that. I just did. Okay, here you are. The same thing, okay? You don't want to post. By the way, on your LinkedIn profile, never post. No wedding photos, no skin photos, okay? Give me it's better if you just put everybody take a look at Jonathan's photo, what he's wearing. It's just a sweater. You can just wear a sweater, a long sleeve shirt, just a shirt. Any shirt will do, okay? Everything that I just gave the feedback to everyone else, do the same thing. Open to suite, and when you say PM, just is it program management or project management? Remember, guys, be specific. Don't say suite, say software engineering position. Okay? Do not put computer science student is shooting yourself because you don't want people to only evaluating you for intern position. Even if you are, your LinkedIn is a place to make you shine. Because right now there's a lot what you're putting on here. It's what everybody else is doing. So rather than using as a computer science student, I'm gonna save this space here and put your technical expertise on here. Okay, that's what I would have done. Your entire about section is missing. So I would add that. The same feedback I've given everyone on here, as well as this. What are you doing for 4Q systems? I would give a very brief, like 2, 3 sentences. You've been there for 7 months, okay, as an intern. Give me 3 bullets. What have you done in the last 7 months? Okay. You're a mentee. This is awesome. Learn. Okay, that's cool. That's actually pretty cool. 150 mentees selected worldwide. That's awesome. I love seeing young coaches and mentor. This is okay. And I did mention earlier that if you are an intern or new grad, you can put the year here because that's what the recruiter wants. It's going to help the campus or university recruiter find you. But if you're an industry person, then I will remove it. Okay. Oh, the Air Force School. Right on. That's amazing. By the way, guys, I share this story with my coaching community. I was actually selected for the Navy for the officer training program. Can't remember the year, but that was a long time ago. I want to say it's at least 9, 10 years ago or so. But I decided to join Google, and at that time, I was oh yeah, that was definitely 10 years ago. That was the last recession, and I was laid off at Microsoft along with my entire team. It was so long ago that I don't even have it on my LinkedIn profile because if you remember, I don't want to keep things on my LinkedIn that's older than 10 years. Okay. But yeah, I was in the officer training program. I came so close, lost a lot of weight. I failed the math test 3 times. What kind of Asian flunk math test? Right here, right here. It's not true. The biases of Asian being very smart in math. I failed 3 times. Okay. I don't want to think about math right now. But yeah, I'm always curious to see. But I wanted to go into the officer training because at that time, my dream was to be a lawyer and I wanted to be in their JAC program. So I got accepted for their Intel, but decided to join Google. Yep, that's my life story. So, everyone, thank you so much for your time in being with me. Happy Friday. If you are enjoying tutorials like this, just say yes, more tutorial. Let me know for next week if you want me to do another LinkedIn review. I can do a monthly LinkedIn review and the rest of the time on storytelling. If you want me to review your resume, which I also have a lot of fun in doing so, all you need to do is remove your contact information. You guys know that, right? I don't want to see your email address or your phone number. You can even put Joe Schmo or just put your first name. Just put your first name on your resume. If I were you, I would just do that. Okay. And you would need to send it to me via LinkedIn. If you're interested in me reviewing your resume, I will have my team pile that up together and I will do a review off of that. I don't need to know your personal information, nor should everyone who's watching it. There will come a time, guys. I'm pretty sure even right now, there's a lot of other people who's watching my show. I know for a fact, I'm just going to assume that people are going to download and take contact information to spam you and myself, which is why you don't find my email address anywhere on the web. There's no email address for you. Okay? For that reason, I will make all the changes. Yes, please do. Yes, another LinkedIn review. Cool. We could call it LinkedIn review follow up, and I'll have a playlist called LinkedIn review. Okay. Have a fantastic Friday. I will see all of you guys. When is the next one? Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the entire community. Have an awesome weekend, everyone. Bye.